Approaching women can be a daunting task, especially with the fear of being perceived as creepy looming over your head. It's a challenge that's familiar to many, but one that, with the right guidance, can be overcome. In this video, we'll be sharing 4 essential tips that can help turn your approach into a smooth, respectful, and ultimately successful interaction. So let's dive into these 4 key tips that can help you navigate these waters with confidence. Our first tip is all about making your approach natural and contextually relevant. You see, the best way to approach someone is when it feels spontaneous and situationally appropriate. So, rather than swooping in with the immediate goal of asking for a number, why not initiate a conversation based on the environment or situation at hand? It could be as simple as discussing the book she's reading at a pool, just like one gentleman did. He noticed a woman reading a book he was familiar with, approached her, and started a pleasant conversation about the book. This approach was successful because it was natural, unforced, and contextually relevant. It gave them common ground to start a conversation, and it showed that he was genuinely interested in her, beyond just her looks. Remember, an approach that feels organic and situational is more likely to be well received. Moving on to the second tip, keeping it clean. Now this is crucial, folks. You want to make a good impression, right? So maintaining appropriateness in your approach is key. Remember, we're living in a culturally diverse and sensitive era. Your words and actions need to reflect respect and understanding of this context. Here's a suggestion. Try giving non-physical compliments. For example, you could admire someone's style or their taste in music. This shows that you notice more than just their physical appearance, and you're interested in their personality too. You might say, "I couldn't help but notice your unique style. It's really cool." Or, "You have an interesting taste in music. I love it too." See how these compliments are respectful and they don't cross any boundaries? That's the kind of approach that can make someone feel comfortable and appreciated. A well-placed, respectful compliment can go a long way in establishing a connection. Confidence is our third tip, and it's a crucial one. Now, confidence doesn't mean arrogance or presumption. It's about being comfortable in your own skin and believing in your ability to engage in a meaningful conversation. When you approach a woman, your posture, your eye contact, and the tone of your voice all communicate confidence. Stand tall, maintain friendly eye contact, and speak clearly. But remember, confidence goes beyond physical cues. It's also about your mindset. Believe in your worth and your ability to add value to the conversation. If you approach a woman feeling nervous or unsure of yourself, she's likely to pick up on that. Timidity or shyness can sometimes come across as hesitance, which might make her uncomfortable. So don't be afraid to be assertive, not aggressive, in your approach. Show genuine interest in getting to know her and be open to whatever the outcome may be. Your confidence can set the tone for the interaction, so put your best foot forward. Our final tip is to read the room. It's essential to remember, not every approach will be successful, and that's okay. Sometimes, despite your best efforts, the person you're interested in may not reciprocate those feelings, and it's important to respect that. If she's showing signs of disinterest, it's time to take a step back. Persistence in the face of clear disinterest can come off as creepy, and it's definitely not the impression you want to leave. Instead, move on gracefully. You've stepped out of your comfort zone, and that's something to be proud of. It's not a failure, but a learning experience. Every approach is a chance to refine your skills, to understand what works and what doesn't. So don't be discouraged if you don't hit the mark every time. Remember, it's not about winning every time. It's about learning and growing with each attempt. Those were the 4 essential tips on how to approach women without being creepy. Remember, make your approach contextually relevant, keep the conversation clean and respectful, exude confidence, and always be mindful of her responses. Implement these tips and watch your interactions improve. Now it's your turn to share. What has worked for you when approaching women, and what hasn't? Your experiences could help others in their journeys. Don't forget to like the video and subscribe for more valuable content.